Good morning, Unity of Tustin, and good morning to everyone online. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones if you haven't already. Reverend Craig is with us this morning. And, well, somewhere. And he will be emphasizing the miracle of mindfulness. I'm really looking forward to that presentation, believe me. Our musical guest this morning is Brian Wood. And he will be featuring music of his own compositions. Thank you, Brian, and welcome back. Next Sunday is Reverend Shar's last official Sunday. With us is Chief Evolutionary Officer. We will have a special hospitality, and Holly has some cards, thank you cards, when you leave the service today that you can take and fill out and write gratitude or special moments or special memories to Shara, and then she will distribute those next week. Lastly, we want to thank and acknowledge the Sacred Garden Ministry team who worked on Saturday, February 7th, cleaning up and tending to the maintenance and beautification of the gardens. Thank you. It is somewhat of a thankless job, as many of you who have worked out there know, but we are very appreciative of the efforts of the volunteers and the time that they dedicated to maintaining these gardens. And now, will you please stand for the congregational song?
A second-generation Unity of Tustin family member. Father Lynn and Ron Wood are his parents. Very talented family. Okay, good morning. My name is Nevin Valentine. I'm one of your prayer chaplains here at Unity of Tustin. And it is, hi, Bonnie. And it is my honor and privilege to be here with you. I'm going to read the daily word, but first I will light the Christ candle. And we light the Christ candle to remind us of the divinity within us. So just take a moment as I walk up there with my lighter to line yourself with the Christ love, divine beloved within you. Put your hand on your heart to do that. Can you hear me okay? Is that better? Okay. The daily words today are divine order, and the affirmation is, my life and all life is in divine order. And the scripture is from Luke 12:22. He said to his disciples, "Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, or what you will wear." And here's the daily word for today, February 15th. When I encounter delays and setbacks, or the world is changing in ways that I find unsettling, my life may feel chaotic, even out of control. Even though I know divine order underlies all things, it doesn't always feel that way. I remind myself that order is a spiritual truth, always present. I don't need to pray for it or even work towards it. I need only affirm it and trust it is unfolding, especially when I see no evidence of it. I pray not to invoke divine order, but to bolster my awareness of it. I affirm divine order and feel comforted and assured of God's presence in and through all things. As I return my attention to the world around me, I discover evidence of order everywhere I look. Amen to that, right? If you look, what you see, you find it. I can give you so many examples, but I won't. Just things that happened in the last 2 hours. So. Okay. The affirmation, I'll say it once and then we'll say it together. My life and all life is in divine order. Together, my life and all life is in divine order. And now I welcome Brian back with a song, The Silent I.
We could call it that. We'll see. When love strikes and worlds collide, and the silent eye turns inside. Oh, who do you need at the door when you hoped for more? When hope strikes and you're terrified, the silent eye turns away. Oh, what do you need by the door as you ask for more? Time in this world, and many years and months and hours between, but just a single moment. When heaven shows up by surprise, I see it in your eyes. What do you do when hopes and dreams are coming true? Do you feel it too? the silent tide turns inside. So let's pray. If we notice the greeting this morning, the pranam, bowing to each other, to everybody in the community, this is a type of prayer. So let's close our eyes if you're called to. And I'm going to read just a few words from the great Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh, which will really lead into the talk and what we'll be doing today, and more teachings to come from this great Zen master. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "When you breathe, if you enjoy your breath, if every breath nourishes and transforms you, then every breath is a prayer." Feel it this morning. Take a mindful breath. Take a mindful breath in, mindful breath out. Feel it. Focus. And feel that your breathing is a prayer this morning. It is a prayer that brings you right here and now into the miracle of life. Because when we know our in-breath, when we know our out-breath, where are we? We are here. No matter what you've been doing this morning, what was happening to get here, no matter what happened all week long, no matter the challenges you faced, the problems that arose, the joys, the happiness, in this moment, knowing your in-breath, you wake up to the miracle that is happening now, which is your life, life itself. So this morning, as we meditate, which is happening now, as we hear some Dharma words and beautiful music, as we enjoy each other's company, let it all unfold in the miracle of being alive. Let it unfold in the miracle of your breath, which is now and only now. Let's take another mindful breath together. Really feel it. Breathing out, let go. This time as you breathe in, repeat to yourself and feel this. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. Feel it. Like a prayer. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. You don't even need the words anymore. Your next mindful breath, you know that you're breathing in. You know your out breath, and you are here in the miracle of life. So with that, let's take a mindful breath through the chest and into the heart. And let this mindful breath sweep out any heaviness, any sadness, depression, whatever you carried here today. And as you breathe out, let it carry all of that out of you for now. Maybe forever. Let your heart be open to the mindful breath. And if you want, again, some of you already do, but you can bring your right palm up over to touch the center of your chest. You can use the fingertips of your right hand to touch the chest. And let your awareness come fully to your heart now. And your breath. As you breathe into your open heart now, perhaps get a sense without needing to visualize anything that you are on your knees in your heart to the divine. You are on your knees to the miracle of life, of mindfulness. And in that humility, in that devotion, bring your prayer this morning. Whatever you need, whatever you feel you're lacking, whatever you wish for in your life, bring that prayer in the language of your own heart now. Bring it with humility and devotion. And as we are told, God will hear you and your prayer is answered. And again, one more time for now. As you breathe into the heart, know that your prayer is heard. As you breathe in, repeat to yourself again, breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Feel it.
Looking at the world from outside in, wondering where to begin, and feel a kind of darkness in my mind. Will I make it out this time? And everything is real as we're flying around the sun, and I can feel the marble in my mind. when it's trapped inside the maze and I am overcome, you'll find that your heart is a special place where you can always go to start again. And let your soul walk slowly now through the wind and waves the world allow. Been thinking that this day's not right for me, and wondering if you'd agree. And all these worries blowing through my door dries me up till there's no more. And everything is real that is flying round the sun, and I can feel the puzzle in my mind. But when I'm lost and scared and I am overcome, I'll find that my heart is a special place where I can always go to find a way. Let my soul rest there slowly now, deep within the will of God somehow. Oh, your heart is a special place where you can always go to start again. Let your soul walk slowly now through the wind and waves the world allow.
As we come to meditation, I would like to dedicate this meditation, the Dharma today, our prayers, our coming together, our energy as a community to the 20 monks who just completed their walk for peace just a few days ago in Washington, D.C. I know that our prayers and our love, our dedication, mingle with the love and the appreciation of literally hundreds of thousands of people that were touched by the venerable monks as they walked with presence. They walked with peace in a world that sometimes feels impossible for peace. Let's come to our breathing, our mindful breathing again. And again, we can notice as we move through the morning together that each time we come back to a mindful breath, we come back to our life. We come back to the present moment, to the now, which is all there ever is. This is it. And now as we breathe in together, repeat to yourself, breathing in, I am home. Breathing out, I have arrived. Breathing in, I am home. Breathing out, I have arrived. With a mindful breath, we arrive now. We cannot arrive anyplace else but here in our precious life. And this is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness, to be aware of, to be present to be awake. So let your awareness rest in your breath for a few moments, as if nothing else mattered to you. Because really nothing else matters right now. Feeling the in-breath through the nose. You might get a sense it's moving through your forehead like a breeze. And be curious about your breath. Notice as it flows in, that it flows in and then it has a peak. It doesn't flow in forever. Notice. Thich Nhat Hanh has said that every mindful breath is like music if we are present. So breathe in, feel the in-breath. Enjoy your in-breath without effort this morning. It's a gift to you. And follow it all the way into its peak. Notice there's a moment when the in-breath transitions to the out-breath. And in that moment, there is a little pause or a little gap. You don't need to force it. A little space. And then the out-breath flows out and we ride it out. We enjoy the ride. All the way out. And for most of you, there will be a little pause or gap before you need to breathe in again. It might even be a little longer. And you can rest there. And without needing to do anything, your next in-breath will come. And you enjoy the in-breath. Into that little space between the in and the out breath, and you rest there for just a moment, feel it. And then the out breath flows out. And there's a little space to relax in. One of my great teachers used to say that as you follow the in-breath in, get a sense just for a moment that you're running at a high cliff on the in-breath. And then right when you reach the peak, you jump off the cliff into the space, into that space between the in and the out breath. Ah. And then the out breath flows out all the way. And in that little space before you need to breathe in again, you can get a sense of just falling backwards into the arms of that space, that presence. And this is mindful breathing. Enjoy this breath without effort. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're already here. We're in the place, the special place we want to be in. And when you find, which might happen, that your awareness drifts off into your thinking, am I doing it right? What's going to happen later? Maybe not. But if thoughts arise and you find that you are pulled into those thoughts, this is good news. Because something in you has woken up to the fact that you are away from your breath. In that moment, gently incline back to your next in-breath. And notice when you do this, you are awake again. You are present again. You are here, mindful of this breath, of the now. This is the miracle of mindfulness. This is the miracle of meditation. Enjoy. 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 And now, very gently, as you continue to breathe mindfully, again, if you wish, you can bring your right palm up over your heart or touch the heart with the fingertips. As you continue to breathe mindfully, let this breath again enter through your chest and into your heart. As we practice for a moment metta or loving kindness meditation. Traditionally, there are 4 phrases that are repeated, but today we will repeat just one phrase for ourselves, and then we'll repeat this phrase for all beings. And this phrase that I'm using today comes directly from the loving kindness meditation that the monks led in Washington, D.C. at Georgetown University. Repeat this with great focus for yourself, with great compassion, knowing that you're doing the best that you can in your life right now. And life is very, very challenging. And compassion brings and begins with ourself. Repeat to yourself until we switch, so several times at least. May my body and mind be at peace. May my body and mind be at peace. Repeat it to yourself, not out loud. May my body and mind be at peace. May my body and mind be at peace. Continue for a few moments. Focus. May my body and mind be at peace. And now switching, bringing the phrase for all sentient beings. As you repeat this, you might picture your loved ones one by one receiving this. The people that you know, your friends, and then gradually let it expand out to all sentient beings on the planet. Also, you can send this to those that you have a hard time with in your life, those that you judge harshly or have had arguments with. We can send it to our politicians and the so-called world leaders as well. Bring the phrase within. May all beings, bodies, and minds be at peace. May all beings, bodies, and minds be at peace. May all beings, bodies, and minds be at peace. Focus. May all beings, bodies, and minds be at peace. Focus. Repeat the phrase one more time to yourself. May all beings, bodies, and minds be at peace. Feel it. And now just listen for a moment, just be. Notice how sounds come into the field of your awareness and they disappear. I hear birds singing. Your thoughts come and go. The breath, your constant friend. The Holy Spirit that keeps you alive is with you now. Your precious body sitting in a chair, you can feel that. And notice it's all happening right now. There is no other moment but this. This is your precious life. And whether you notice it or not, this is the way it always is. Resting in this. No effort. No struggle. Life bursts forth spontaneously. And with mindful breathing, we can be aware of this. We can wake up to our precious life now. Let's listen to just a few more words from Thich Nhat Hanh. Every one of us has to find our own lamp, our own light, and offer it to the world. Mindfulness is a kind of light and energy that helps us know where we are, what is happening, and helps us to know what to do and what not to do for peace, compassion, and happiness to be possible. We have a lamp inside of us, the lamp of mindfulness, which we can light any time. The oil of that lamp is our breathing. the steps we take on the earth, and our peaceful smile. We have to light up that lamp of mindfulness so the light will shine out and the darkness will dissipate and cease. Our practice is to light up that lamp. This is what we've done this morning. For those of you that have heard of mindfulness but maybe wondered what it is, we're practicing it now. And I want to emphasize that this is not just meditation, although we are meditating now. This is waking up to the now, to be fully awake and present here with the miracle of life. There's so much unfolding here, so many miracles if we are present to it with our mindfulness, our wakefulness. Suddenly we hear a sound or we feel something or something appears in the awareness, and if we are not here, we won't notice it. If we are in our minds thinking, worrying, filled with anxiety, we miss the miracle of life. But as we saw this morning, this very simple practice, with one mindful breath, take it now. Notice. I don't need to tell you what happens. Look. Look. Ah. Can it be this simple? How simple is it to breathe? The practice is to remember, to keep coming back. We saw a great example of this for the past 3.5 months. Many of you, like me, were completely inspired by what you saw unfold as we saw 20 ordinary monks, extraordinary in their ordinariness, carrying all their possessions on their back, walking from Texas to Washington, D.C. Their senior monk, Bhikkhu Panakara, gave Dharma talks along the way. At the beginning, there were few people that came out to see them. But then, people began to show up more and more. He said that when they arrived in Mississippi, early on in their journey, there was a very, very big crowd that greeted them as they walked into the city, and he had tears in his eyes, because up to that moment, not many people had noticed. And the crowds began to grow. People began to tell their friends about this. We began to watch their progress on YouTube. I said this on Wednesday at our meditation. I don't think I've ever had so much joy in watching 20 people simply walk. Some of you know what I mean. Their beautiful presence as they took each step. Panakara said, we are not walking just to walk. We are not walking on this journey just to see the scenery. We are walking step by step on this breath mindfully with presence. And that presence, as all of you can feel this morning when you are present to your breathing, there is peace. This is not a theory. You can verify it for yourself. So each step was with peace. And those of us that watched and took part in this journey with them all over the world, we felt that presence, didn't we? It moved us. It inspired us. In a world where inspiration is hard to find, where it can easily feel like, it's hopeless, these monks brought us hope. And they did it through mindfulness. Panakara talked about this in every city and town. The way to cultivate this peace, the way to cultivate compassion, first for yourself, it must begin here, and then for all beings. The way to cultivate loving kindness is through mindfulness, wakefulness. And many of you can feel that this morning, the truth of that through our own practice. I encourage all of you, as I say the rest of my Dharma comments, keep coming back. Maybe I'll remind you, maybe I won't. Keep coming back to your breathing. This practice does not have to be perfect. The monks are trained to stay with their breathing all the time. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Panakara has said, Dalai Lama, many of teachers have said, if we could just train in staying with our breathing, there would be peace on the earth. In our mindful breathing, our anger, our judgment, our resistance all melts into the breath. And this breath is always at peace. And this is the message that he brought to hundreds of thousands of people who are longing for peace, as we all are, in our own lives and in the world. But as the Buddha said, and all Buddhas since, we will not find this peace in the world. Peace is within. Christ said this. They all said it. Turn within. Just as you've done this morning. How did you turn within? Come to your next breath. Feel it. With one mindful breath, I know I say this teaching a lot, Thich Nhat Hanh says, with one mindful breath, we come to the kingdom of heaven. When we are with this very breath, we discover the miracle of living. And this is the way peace will be born on the earth. The monks moved. They were not demonstrating. They were not shouting slogans. It was not us versus them. It was us, us, us. One. One humanity. And it begins with each of you sitting here today. This was Panakara's message to every place he went. It begins with you continuing this journey on your own. We're lucky because we have a community to sit in. In Buddhism, this would be called a sangha. I've said this before, the meaning or the essence of sangha is not just social relationships we have spiritually. It is what we're doing right now is the meaning of sangha. We are practicing together, aren't we? We are breathing mindfully together. Are you still with your breathing? Come to it now. Now we practice together. Your breath is the same as mine. The awareness that notices that breath is the same as mine. It's the same as the monks. It's the same as Christ. It's one. Our awakening happens breath by breath, step by step. This is what we can bring into the world now. The time for division and finger pointing is over. Only do what brings you peace. Sometimes that will mean to speak out, to march, to do what you do. But are you doing it with a mindful step, with a mindful breath, with peace? If not, then you have lost your way. Come back. Come back. This is what we saw in the monks. It was extraordinary watching them and their dog, Aloka. The most extraordinary time for me was them at the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know if some of you saw that. The Dharma talk was, Panakarag basically gave the same Dharma talk every time. He's talking about exactly what I'm talking about now. But that day was extraordinary because the camera was behind the monks. There were thousands that were already on the steps, right? The monks hadn't arrived yet, and the camera was focusing out on the National Mall. It was frozen over. Maybe some of you saw this. And the monks had walked from the capital, and here they came, like these Pied Pipers. And there were thousands and thousands of people following them. I kept thinking, okay, this will be the end of them. No. They filled in both sides of the National Mall. It looked like when Martin Luther King was there, literally, and this is in the dead of winter. And I knew right then, look how people are longing for peace. There are far more of us than there are these few elites that hold the fate of humanity in their hands. And I'm telling you, we are much stronger. But if anger motivates us and moves us, then we have lost our way. Peace is the way. Peace, as Thich Nhat Hanh said, is every step you take. This is what we saw in the monks. Presence with every step. So mindfulness, yes, is meditation as we did today. For those of you that might be new to meditation, wasn't it easy just to be with your breathing today? If you come on Wednesdays, sometimes I give a mantra, which is a little easier to focus on. But the breath is right here. You don't have to buy equipment, right? You don't have to get a gym membership. Your breath is with you. Notice, at least for today, make it your humble vow that today I am going to come back to my breathing as much as possible. You might be having food. Maybe you'll forget for an hour and suddenly, oh yeah, the breath. Stop. Take a mindful breath and notice, oh my God, I'm awake. I have a life right here, right? It's miraculous. This is why it's called the miracle of mindfulness. That was Thich Nhat Hanh's first book, I believe, in the mid-70s that he wrote after coming here during the 60s from Vietnam, during the Vietnam War. There are 3 miracles that will occur when you start to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, again, let's be clear, is not only when we sit as we're doing now. Although this is very easy, isn't it? There's no effort. I don't need effort to keep my body up. Oh, there's the next breath. It's so refreshing. Isn't it? Take another one. And you arrive, don't you? First miracle of mindfulness. When you are with your breathing, when you are present, where do you arrive at? Not a trick question. You arrive here in your life now. There's 3 miracles that I've discovered through my own practice over the years. By the way, if you know Zen masters, and I had the good fortune to have a Zen master who was in the same lineage as Thich Nhat Hanh. He knew him. We called him Thai, teacher. Extraordinary, extraordinary human being. We had a little reunion a couple of years ago. Fabian got to meet him, and she came out saying, yeah, that's an extraordinary being. So the first miracle that we discover as we do this, and I know all of you have heard me talk about this so many times, but it bears repeating. If I could only do one talk, it would be on this. What you discover when you wake up to your life now is that there is only now. You see? We've spent our whole life involved in two places that do not exist, thinking about and obsessing over this place called the past and the future. But if you look just a little bit, you can see that there is no past or future. You may have spent your whole life thinking about this future, planning for it, obsessing over it. When I get there, everything will be okay. Do you know that thought? Okay, I just need to do the to-do list. I'll get this, this, and this done, and then I can finally rest. Has that happened for you yet? No. It's a delaying game. It's down the line, right? This is the mind. It's trickery. It's clever, right? Mind is very clever. It's not an enemy, but it's very clever. If you let it run your life, that is your recipe for unhappiness. So, we begin to feel into this truth that, it's always now. Even if I'm thinking about the future, I'm doing it now. I did a whole Dharma talk on this a couple of months ago. Maybe it was last month, I don't know. But it really is about this one truth. Notice that when you start to feel anxiety and stress, you are not here anymore. You are thinking about something that maybe you got to do this week. Some conversation you had yesterday that upset you. This memory that comes up unbidden from 10 years ago that upsets you and gets you riled up. And then you're treating your partner terribly. Or the future, and it'll all work out when I do this. It never comes because there's only now, now, now. I could say it this way: God is now. God is not elsewhere. This is what these monks and masters and people who practice wake up to. You've been looking for God? Look here. Are you here for this? One mindful breath, there is God. Do you feel it? The kingdom of heaven is within you. Christ said it. On this breath, the kingdom opens for us. So that's the first miracle. The second thing that we begin to discover, and I've talked about this before, but I'm putting all these together. And by the way, this is just what I've noticed from my own practice of mindfulness over the years. You may discover more, and then you can come give a Dharma talk here. Go, hey, I know Craig said these 3, but there's 10 more, right? The second is this. When you are completely present here, and let's put this to the test this morning. When you live in this moment, the only moment, there is no problem here. Bring this question to your mind. You might close your eyes for a moment. What problem do I have right now? Look directly. Not tomorrow. Not what you think your problems were when you got here. Not what you think is going on in the world right now, because notice it's not happening here. What problem do you have now? Can you find a problem now for you? Can you? Don't let this be hypothetical. Feel it. Bring this question from the great Zen master Hakuin. Here and now, is anything lacking? Now we're in a new moment. Let's check this one out. Here and now, is anything lacking? Do you find anything lacking here? Second miracle. Our problems and our feeling of lack are always a story about the future, aren't they? I see many of you nodding. Listen, this realization that you have that you're nodding into, this is called enlightenment. lighten up, be present. The mind has hypnotized us. It's the trick of the light. That our life is full of problems and worries that need to be solved and things that we need to do. Look there, but don't dare look right here where you will find nothing lacking and no problem. I've said this before. When these questions came to me in 1999, right? I have not been able to find anything lacking in my life since then. Challenges? Yes. Challenges, yes. Sometimes I come out. I use this example. The tire is flat. This is a metaphor, but you know what I mean. Somebody says something that, upsets you, or you get that email, or you've got to take care of this, or you get audited, or whatever it is. This is not a problem. It's just something to handle in the now. Here it is. What do? I'll call AAA. They'll come out, fix my tire. I'll be a little late getting to that appointment. But who knows, for all you know, because there's no accidents, it was designed to delay you. Maybe there was an accident waiting for you on the freeway. Maybe you needed those few extra moments to collect yourself while AAA got there. You don't know. What I do know is every moment in this life is perfect. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be, isn't it? If we don't see that, then we are going to suffer. We're going to fight. We're going to battle against something that is an illusion. I've got to change this. I would question that. Just come here into this simple presence and go from here with your mindfulness, presence. Presence is the great changer of all life, awareness. Once something comes into your awareness, it's already changing. You might notice that. Prior to that moment of awareness, you weren't aware of this thing. Then it comes and now, it's in my awareness. Just know that thing's going to change. Isn't this been true of your whole life? Once you know something's off or something's not right, it starts with a seed, and that seed is in your awareness. There's the beginning of your change. It will change. Everything changes. One of the great truths of Buddhism. Nothing is permanent. Everything changes, right? Mary Jean talked about this recently. It's all moving. So the third miracle of mindfulness that I have found is that when I'm really present here, like we all are today, no problem, just present, the miracle of life opens to us. We begin to really see what is in front of our eyes because we're not looking anyplace else for it. It's here with us now. And so we begin to notice the preciousness of this life. Yesterday we were at a service, a celebration of life for our dear Kathy Andrews. What a life lived. We find out so many things about people we never knew before. How precious their lives are, the lives they've touched along the way. Appreciate your dear ones now while you have them. I've noticed that in my practice of mindfulness, there are moments that just stun me with their beauty. And I know it's because I'm present. It can be a moment of a sunset, the way the light comes through a tree, right? It can be the breeze on your skin. It can be this next breath that you take. Oh, God, thank you for this breath. I'm here. I'm alive. This is incredible. This is what we wake. This is the miracle of mindfulness in its essence. We wake up to the gift that we have been given. And the Buddha said, do not squander this gift. Use it as fuel for your awakening, your freedom. What is nirvana? Many people think of nirvana like heaven. I'll get to it after I die. Can't wait to get to nirvana. Can't wait to get to heaven. I'll get rid of all this, right? No, the Buddha, here's what nirvana is. It's what you're sitting in right now, most of you. Take a mindful breath. That is nirvana. Nirvana means the end of suffering. That is the literal meaning of nirvana. Your suffering has ended. Because there is no more leaning into an illusion of the future or taking care of a past that does not exist. You are present in your life and you wake up. Some of you are smiling as you breathe. You might do that as well. My teacher used to say, let a little Buddha smile come as you breathe, but not a goofy grin. And it's okay if you have a goofy grin. Sometimes, I'll be meditating and the bliss will be so joyful, I can't help but smile. That is our inner being. This is what we are. This is known through mindful living. And then you see that in everyone that you meet. So these are the three miracles that begin to rise from us as we live with more mindfulness in our life. So here's what we might do today. And we can do this again in dedication to the venerable monks who brought this message city to city, town to town, for peace on our earth. As you walk to your car or to hospitality, feel your feet on the earth. Take a mindful breath as you walk. Notice when you're distracted. When you meet your friend today and you're talking, be there with them. Don't think about what you're going to say. Let the saying happen. And if there's nothing to say, you've enjoyed each other's presence, right? It's not about what we say. These monks showed us. By the way, Panakara did not even speak English very much. And he said, suddenly I'm being asked to give these talks town to town. And he just did what was called for him to do. His first language is Vietnamese. So we will be called to do whatever we are called to do in the moment. You don't need to think about it or plan it. God will bring it forth, and then you do it. Sometimes it's just listening to a friend, isn't it? Really being present to someone as they tell you what is in their heart. It's amazing. For those of you who have people in your life that really like to talk about their stuff, if you really start listening to them, they will speak less. I don't say use this as a strategy. I mean really be with people. And you'll notice it short circuits anything that's not needed. You're just present to them. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that or whatever. Be with them with love, not trying to avoid them. This is what we can bring to the world. I know that all of us, we are looking almost with dismay. Every week there's some revelation. I like to address this because we need to acknowledge this. If not, we're spiritual bypassing this. The world is challenging. What is unfolding is sometimes unbelievable in its depravity. However, we cannot succumb to that or we enter that darkness too. We are the light brigade, and our place now, you did not choose this time to be here by accident. I talked a lot about this last week, but I'll end with this because this is part of the Dharma. To be able to meet these times not in denial, but with our light. So yes, you are part of the light brigade. I tell people on Wednesday, and I say this to you, look around. You're the ones people have been waiting for, right? We're the ones that are the bringers of this light now. If not us, who will it be? And it doesn't have to be to walk 2,300 miles or march or do anything. Just be present with loving kindness, compassion, and peace. Can you do that? We want to skip over and have the world change and be perfect tomorrow. No, we need to come here and take care of ourselves. And through that peace, through that compassion for ourselves, we can bring this into the world now. This is the only way this is going to happen. It begins with you sitting here. You're here hearing this message today. You're here on this earth now because you've been called to these times. The world needs each of us to show up with mindfulness, presence, each encounter, each breath, each step we take with peace on the earth. Do you feel it?
Yes.
let's end our time before we take a few breaths together. I went a little long today, but that's okay. There is no time. There's only now. Right? And then we're at 2:15, and God, is Craig going to keep talking? It was still now. Maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know about you. I could have just stayed in that delicious silence the whole morning. Wouldn't that have been pretty sweet? Right? It's not in my words. It wasn't in Panakara's words. It was in the presence that each of us holds when we are truly showing up for our life and the miracle that is here now. So let's end this way. Panakara, whenever he gave a Dharma talk, at the end he told everyone, here's what I want you to do. Go home, write on a piece of paper, right? Or say, and he would say this out loud with anyone. I see some of you smiling. You know what we're going to do. In a moment, we're all going to say the phrase, today is going to be my peaceful day. Feel it inside, right? Okay, so I'll count to 3, and we're going to say, today is going to be my peaceful day. Are we ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Let's do it again. That felt so good. 1, 2, 3. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Feel it, and one more time. 1, 2, 3. Today is going to be my peaceful day. Do you feel it?
Amen.
And thank you, Tony, for letting us stay in meditation. This has never happened. At one point, mid-Dharma talk, I was thinking, wow, Tony's got the lights down low the whole day. I think Tony was back there meditating. Tony was saying, I'm with my breath today. Oh, wait a minute, I got to turn the lights up, okay? All right, before we go to Nevin, because we are in no rush, right? We're in no rush. Let's take a mindful breath together. Close your eyes. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know that you're breathing out. Feel that. Feel the miracle of your life here on this breath. And know that, yes, this is simple, but in simplicity, the truth is born. And you are that truth. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Thank you, Craig.
Yes.
Hey, we're the Light Brigade. I love that. I love that. I want to tell you that if you want more of Craig, we have his book in the bookstore. This is in my Kindle. I read just any sentence. It's like his message is right there, every word in this book. And it's called Living in the Flow, Reminders for a Supremely Happy Life. Isn't that great? And so it's in the bookstore, bookshop, and reading room. And
I did not pay her to
no,
do this, okay?
but I want to share the goodness,
Thank
Craig.
you.
And
Thank you,
also
Nevin.
coming in the spring, he has a new book called The Book of Tao.
The Tao of Life.
The Tao of Life.
Enjoying the scenery along the way. That will be in the spring.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. So,
Thank you, Nevin.
Thank you, Craig. So we'd like to welcome our new guests here and online. We are so grateful that you've joined us today. And here at Unity of Tustin, we believe in what? One God, one heart, and many paths. And our mission is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. And we are the Light Brigade. I'm going to remember that forever. And it just takes one breath to be in the present. It's beautiful. We are a fully inclusive community and of all walks of life. I would like you to know that wherever you are, whatever your background is, wherever you are in your spiritual path, we're glad that you've chosen to join us and continue your journey with us. So our ushers are coming forward with a flower and card. And if you are here for the first time or second time and you're comfortable doing so, please raise your hand so we know who our new visitors are, soon to be members, hopefully. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. There's more. Yay. And we invite everyone to join us at the hospitality table after the service. And make sure you stop by the open door for you know what, the book. And as always, we have our Reiki healing practitioners wearing green ribbons, and our prayer chaplains are wearing white ribbons. So prayer chaplains, would you please stand up, because I want everyone to see who you are. Pam, come forward so they can see you. And there's Dawn in the back, and there's Kit, and Bonnie, our leader, and Patty Higgins. These are some of our prayer chaplains, and thank you for standing. Stay standing for just a moment. And on next Sunday at 1:15, we're going to have our prayer chaplain orientation. We just do this once a year, and we really would like you to come and find out what it is, what it means to be a prayer chaplain. And after service, find Kit or Donna or Bonnie or me or Patty or Pam and ask them what is involved in being a prayer chaplain. And I'll tell you right now, what happens is your own prayer practice deepens, and your connection to your community deepens, and your prayer chaplain brother and sisterhood is precious. And so I really hope that you'll come and just find out. No obligation, just come and find out and ask today. So thank you for that. And also, in addition to our prayer chaplains, we'll be in the meditation garden, as always, waiting to pray with you. Our prayers are confidential. And in addition, there are prayer requests in the box at the meditation garden. And we hold those prayers for 30 days, and then we send them on to Unity Village. Also, if you would like guidance using our labyrinth as a spiritual practice, please find one of our labyrinth ministry members wearing a bright blue ribbon. And yesterday at the precious, beautiful service for Lance's beloved Kathy Andrews, one of the things we discovered about her is that she's the force behind that labyrinth ministry getting off the ground. One of the many things that she has done in her very wonderful, active life. And so they'll be around the hospitality area and mingling and enjoying themselves. And you just go up to them and say, "Hey, Sue, tell me," hi, Rick, "tell me about the ministry, the prayer ministry." So, Labyrinth. Oops. Yes. There's always so much happening here on our campus of consciousness. Please check the e-blast e-newsletter each Friday, and visit the welcome table for more information about the many classes and ongoing services that are and opportunities to serve for our beautiful, beloved Unity of Tustin. So now is the time for receiving our love offering as we share our financial gifts with our ministry. There's different ways to give on the screens and in the seat backs in front of you. We also pass the offering bags to receive in-person donations. And I'm just going to, and as the bag comes around, we invite you to put your hand over it just for a moment to connect with your own spirit of generosity and giving. And we are grateful for your faith. So now Craig is going to give the blessing for the...
So as we do our offering today, just as we bring our mindfulness to each moment, our mindful giving. So our mindful giving, we are able to support this community through our offerings. Because as I always say, without your offerings, this beautiful community would not last very long, would it? So our offerings are another form of spiritual practice. So give, as Mother Teresa says, give until it hurts, right? Not only in every way in our life, but I'm speaking today of giving your resources so that this community can continue and you can continue to come here and get your spiritual nourishment, because I think we all agree it would be a pretty sad day if we did not have this community to come to, huh? Yes. Okay, good. Oh, the blessing. Love offering blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So much.
Watching the monks, the part that I liked was when he told me to stay off my phone in the morning. And I was like, I always knew that was a good idea, but I was like, oh, it's really serious now. So every morning now, I'm thinking of them like, no, they would be so ashamed. So. Open up your heart, love is gonna show you the right way. And open up your heart, love is gonna send you the right way. And something big is coming through, something much more than me or you. Open up your heart, and open up your heart. Love is gonna show you the right way. Ooh. And open up your heart. Love is gonna send you the right way. With no such thing as right or wrong, as everything is here to belong. And a deeper truth is coming through, something much more than me or you. Open up your heart, love is gonna show you the right way. And open up your heart, love is gonna show you the way. And every piece is needed here, with nothing left to fix or fear. And something big is coming through, showing up just as me and you. Open up your heart. Open up your heart.
Thank you, Brian. Brian, I was watching your dad watch you sing. It just about did me in. It was beautiful. Oh, so thank you, Brian. Thank you, Craig, for a fabulous Dharma talk. As we close, thank you all for joining us today, online too. If you would please stand, and we will say the affirmation, the prayer for protection together. Affirm the prayer for protection together. Ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And with one breath, wake up. Thank you. God bless you.
Hell is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than everyone that you adore can love. Is all I have to give to you. Love is than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, love, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, love, please don't break it. Love was made for you and me. Oh, love was made for